All right, we are back again, and I'm going to use the action pose reference book. And I saw a little one in the back here. This little guy right here crouching down. This is kind of like a get ready, he's ready to pounce, or he's powering up. But whatever the case, I want to use this, and we're going to draw this bigger and slowly and show you some detail to add to this. All right, may even dress the guy. I don't know. I'm not sure. So, where do we start? I have my glasses, I have my pencils. Let's start with a pencil. So, I'm going to try to draw this guy big enough to fit on this paper. Let me get my position again. I kind of know it already, but I just want to make sure I'm getting the crouched position that I want. All right, so I'm going to do with pencil because I have an overhead light, which is a lot better. So my torso is that circle. You're not going to see too much waist. Let's get a center line so my oval, not circle, my oval can be centered. Too much waist, not too thick. And then the upside down house. And these are the three shapes you use mostly to draw something. Making sure your oval is not too high, not too long, because he's going to be leaning over. And then you have one leg that's going to be up, and one leg that's going to be down on the ground. So let's put the one down on the ground first. Try not to get it too long. And then the one up. Leaving that room for the man junk. And then you're going to have the knee up here. I'm going to go straight down with it. I'm going to bring that calf out, in, and this one's going to be out and lowered like that. And I'm going to put my foot right about here. That knee is going to be back, so it's not going to be on that same line. It's not going to be too far from that line. This one can go straight down and then out. So you have your ankle, which is higher here, and then lower here. Higher on the inside, lower on the outside, and it can create that little shape. Bring that foot down and out. So the big thing is he's going to be leaning down a lot. So I'm going to bring this down, and actually I want to put the head. That's going to determine how far down that person is going to be leaning into it. So those arms are going to go way back. So I might even drop the head a little bit more. Let's see. I don't need the book anymore because I've got the position down. Let's see if I drop that head past the collarbone. What would it look like? Is it too much? Is it not enough? You are focused on me, right? So if I put that head down here, here's my collarbone right here. Where's my red? Where's my red? Is it on the floor? Grab the back up. All right, so here's my collarbone right here. So if the head was up here, and if I put the head down on the collarbone, that'd be too much. As I say, his shoulders are going to go way back. Way back, and that circle is going to be underneath this collarbone line, which is his delt. It's not too bad. I think I'll leave the head right there. So that chest is going to take up most of the room. You're not going to see too much stomach. And if I really don't do any extra showing, I might get through 10 minutes on this one video. So his arms are going way back to the point where you really won't see any bicep, maybe a little bit of bicep, because I think I had the arms, double checking the hands, like really tight against the body. You do see some. I don't want to make it unbelievably, So this is going to be your bicep, and this is going to be your forearms here. And then your fist is going to be up. Kind of facing, maybe at an angle. Realistically, put it at an angle. Like that. Got one higher than the other, which is not good. I want to have it uniform, just like it did in the last video. So just bring that down a little bit more. Bring that out. Now, proportion-wise, it's not too shabby. Chest, the abs are going to be here, and you're going to see the rib cage, the bottom of that rib cage, and of course you're going to have your ab curve around just the same way you have the body round. And then you're going to have your obliques, love handles, right in here. Pet peeve, when it does that, as a pet peeve. I don't know why, I just hate when pencils roll down. That's why I can't really angle my table anymore, because everything will just be rolling all around, because I have pencils here, pencils and stuff here, just everything out of camera range you can't see. You won't see any neck, because his neck is like right behind the head. So leg looks pretty good. As I said, this is one of those poses where the guy's ready. I mean, he's just like pissed and just like ready to strike. Now at the base of the bicep, you're gonna have that little deep hole right here, and then it separates these two muscles of the forearm. And the knee is going to be right here. The center line of that leg is going to be here, which separates those two muscles. But see, if I'm going to dress this guy somehow, some way, then it won't need all of that extra lines. So, quick and simple, easy to draw, easy drawing. This is going to come out, this is going to come out. Your chest is shaped like this. And then let's work on the hands. All right, so we're going to get a little bit of palm here. That separation right here. The thumb is going to come out, down, and across. You're going to have this one finger. And you're going to come around. 2, 3, and 4. And then of course you're going to have that where that bent finger is. You have just a little bit of palm that comes right out here. Your thumb comes here. back here, and then your palm. So if I did that in red, where's my sharp red pencil? Sharpened red pencil. I'm gonna have the palm, part of the palm, the other half of the palm. And that's gonna come out a little point right here. You're gonna have your fingers that's gonna round off just like this, coming down at that angle. 1, 2, 3, point, 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 and then this finger's going to come in, that one's going to come in, this one's going to come in, and then this one's going to come in too, and you're going to have that thumb covering 1, 2 joints, going into the palm, and depending on the angle of that fist, number one, you're going to have this point. This is what this is right here. You're going to have that point when you put your fingers in, because this finger doesn't cover like this, doesn't come out like that, cover that. This comes in. All these fingers start to come in at an angle. So you're going to have this little piece here when you make a fist. And then depending on the angle, if you'll see some of that side of this finger. And so let's see if we can get the other one the same way without having to make it too big or too small. Without making it too big or too small. So we're going to have this come out, palm again, curve around, curve in, top finger is going to curve in as well. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is 4 is going to come in, and in. So it's going to have one point, highest point, curving in and curving in more. And then we're going to have this curve in, and have that thumb 3 pieces, one kind of square right here. It's going to go, where did it go? It's going to go back and into that palm. So trying again, not making it too big. See, hopefully it won't come out. It's not too big. Bring the thumb over some more. Turn it upside down. And don't be afraid to draw upside down or turn your paper. I worked for, it was an art school for a minute teaching, and he would always have the students tape their paper down, and I would cringe when, you know, he would have them tape the paper down, because you're supposed to be able to turn your paper, but I couldn't really say too much because, I mean, he owned the school, you know, I worked for him, so. This to make sure it looks like a flat surface. And when I ink it, I can cover my mistakes. Now that I have that, the question is, am I going to dress it? And I'm going to say no, because this is going to be a more position for you to dress your characters. The line starts right here, because your shoulder blade comes here and it actually goes all the way around your back. So it separates your delts. 3 little muscles, 3 sections of muscle. So again, it goes here and it goes behind your back. 3 sections of muscles, 1, 2, and you won't see that third one, and that your delt comes way, way, way back into your back. And it kind of forms your shoulder blade. your shoulder blade is like right here in the back, so that it kind of like lines up with that shoulder blade. And of course this connects to your chest, so kind of make this one piece. And then you have your rib cage, which it got a little crooked somewhere in there. Then your, which that leg is up, so that's going to be shorter. And then your abs, I'm going to raise this one up. That's going to be your first ab. Second one. So what I do is I'll just kind of like, if this is a point, I'll keep them all coming from this particular point. Like your second one's going to come here, back to that point, and your third one's going to come there. Instead of trying to just make one here, one here, one here, I'll have a point, a point. So I'll have one set right here. I'll come down the same point, another set there, and another set there. When it's bent over, hopefully you can see that. It's not too light, too light. But just for the sake of it, and because the video is almost complete, I will show you on a separate piece of paper. My abs, instead of just doing like this, here my abs, I'll have one point. If the character is bent over, I'll have one set of ab here. I'll come back to the point, second set here, go to the point, third set, go to the point, like that. And that kind of like brings them close together, so if he's like bent over, then it'll look like the abs are going in perspective. Almost lost that for a second. And that fourth set is actually going to go down here. And you don't have to make it flat. You can have a little point to it. And then this muscle here actually comes down and goes into this muscle here. And then my face. Generic face. So I'm going to put my eyes on this line. My nose here. My mouth there. Let's say generic face. That's too generic, Brian. Come on. This guy's like really mad. It's going to show. Most of it's in the eye anyway. And the brow. Ear up. Temple. Part goes behind the ear. Give him even more more angrier scowl. Slip of the hand right there. And let's ink this. Just to ink it. So I'm gonna have a couple ribs right there. I can actually make this waist smaller too. I don't see too much rib because he is leaning over. Open these abs up a little bit more. Of course, he's leaning that way. So let's ink this. See what we'll be having. Some of my pens. Oh, fast forward ink, fast motion ink. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, I could keep playing with it and playing with it and playing with it until I mess it up, but I'm gonna leave it like that as I continue to touch it. So this is gonna be it for this quick little pose position. I didn't want to dress him because I want to let you go ahead and dress his character if you want to use that pose. So just practice the pose, because sometimes clothes will mess up. If I'm putting clothes on this person and you're just trying to just draw the position itself, that just kind of messes up. So I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm not going to ramble. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you are new to the channel, I have a lot more of these types of drawings and more on my channel. I'll leave the link at the end of the video. And if you liked it, leave a thumbs up, and come back next time I have a video. Hit that notification so you'll know when videos come up. So that's going to be it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, I'm out. Peace. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Wear a mask.